I've been playing Path of Exile since 2018, roughly, Betrayal League. I did test open beta and 1.0, whatever the first release was, and I just wasn't a fan at the time, so I left the game for a chunk of time and came back in Betrayal, and I've been playing ever since. I actually ended up re-finding Path of Exile after I had been playing Diablo 3 for a while and had just gotten bored with it and was looking for something else and started looking around. I don't even know if this was suggested to me. I was just searching Steam for action RPGs, and this came up, so I tried it again and realized I'd already played it. I had forgotten about it completely, and I've really enjoyed the game ever since. That being said, I have played quite a few classes, including some Cyclone Slayer, Seismic Trap, Cast on Crit Assassin, Righteous Fire, Cobra Lash. That build did not work out very well. Spark Ascendant, that did not work out very well, mostly because I didn't know what I was doing with either of those and was just kind of messing around. Lightning Conduit, Shield Charge Raider, Caustic Arrow, Toxic Rain, Ice Shot Deadeye, Stone Golem Elementalist, Flame Golem Elementalist, Creeping Frost, Skeleton Summoner, and then Essence Drain Contagion, Arc, and most recently the Fire Trap Elementalist. And I've been experimenting very subtly with Bone Shatter here, or the Marauder, and I've been doing that. I believe it's in Solo Self-Found Ancestor. Yeah, I have a level 42 Juggernaut here, so I'm curious of how this will work out. This is one of the builds I'm really interested in potentially playing, and I've never really messed with one before, so I'm kind of interested in seeing that. I also have very little experience in Inquisitor, so most of my playtime has been spent in Shadow, Ranger, Duelist, and Witch has been most of my playtime. So, but I've went through all the skill logs, change logs that came out with the announcement for Affliction League. I'm really looking forward to this league and the changes it brings. I've made a list of all the ones I'm interested in, copied them out of here because this is a pain in the butt to look through, and have listed them with the class that they'd be played with. So I have, starting here with Templar, I have Divine Ire, Glacial Hammer, Siege Ballista with deck stacking, Flame Blast, and Arc. I'm not sure how many of these would work. This would be very much experimental, and then with exception of deck stacking totems, which I already have built in Path of Building. Divine Ire looks really interesting. I love the changes. Glacial Hammer looks interesting. I love the changes. Same thing with Flame Blast, and same thing with Arc. The only thing is, 3 of those skills I can play with Elementalist, and they'll probably do a bit more damage. And the only fallback thing that I know how to do on Templar is Righteous Fire, and that's also how I know how to level, is using totems, and I guess I could use brands too, so I guess that would be okay. So I guess I could you can go like this, totems/brands. Yeah, and then the Righteous Fire option is kind of a mess right now until we see what the Transfigured gems look like. So I am not overly keen on doing this at the moment. I'll stick with another one, though there are a lot of builds with this I'd like to try. Witch. Just played a Witch last week, league with the Fire Trap Frostblink Elementalist. Yeah, there's Arc, Flame Blast, and Divine Eye are all interesting to try as an Elementalist. Not sure how well any of them work, but what I'm really interested in are these two down here. Raise Spectre with the new with the corpses that you can buy from the Affliction League, as well as the Firestorm with Meteors. That looks really interesting. I know how to level this very well. I would level either a Summoner Lightning Skills or at Armored Geddon Brand, depending on what I'm looking to do. Lightning Skills most likely being Lightning Conduit because it doesn't need crit rate to function. It's a very good skill for leveling. And then I always have Fire Trap, Frost Blink, or Lightning Conduit to fall back on if something doesn't go as planned. This is a very safe bet, as I know what I'm doing with it, and if I fail to figure something out with these right here, I can, once again, I have a huge safety net to fall back on. My most successful build ever being this right here, which I played this league. Yeah, I could definitely manage that. But I really don't want to play what I played last league again. I like to change, I like to play different things. So that leads me to Ranger. I've never played Tornado Shot. It's been buffed. It was already immensely strong. Lightning Arrow. I've never played Lightning Arrow. It looks like it's potentially buffed again with more clear ability. It's an immensely popular build. I've never played it. It looks fun. Elemental Hit. It also looks fun. I have experimented with this as I changed one of my old Ice Shot into Elemental Hit, though I still have all the gear for Ice Shot too. But yeah, this looks really interesting, and this is a multiplicative modifier now instead of additive, so this could be quite different in terms of damage. It could be quite intense actually, so this potentially keeping an eye on this. This right here, Shield Crush, is interesting too. I ran this as a raider before. It is a very fast build, but I couldn't figure out how to work the mana sustain at the time, so I stopped messing with it. Fault leveling, I'd level with Caustic Arrow into Elemental something or other, and then if I fall back, I have Caustic Arrow, which is probably my second most successful build ever. It does immense damage, and it has mass clear, so and it was fun to play, and has like a consistent like 300% movement speed, or at least the one that I made did. So I enjoyed this. My only concern with Ranger as a whole is that you're traveling through the mists, and there's just random packs that come out of nowhere, and with everything this game has done in the past, I have a feeling that it's a good way to die really, really quickly, and I don't care for dying as much as I can avoid it, so probably going to pass on this one for now. I could also run deck stacking totems with this if I want to make a boss killer, but once again, I think I'm going to pass on the Ranger for now. Lastly, I have Marauder, and Bone Shatter is already proven, and it looks buffed. It looks buff to me. It says per trauma. I've seen guides and people explaining things with 200 plus trauma stacks. That's 200% more damage, which would be multiplicative, I believe. Instead of it should be significantly higher damage, which is kind of even absurd to say, because increase definitely means add. So it's different wording, and they said they changed additive multipliers to multiplicative, so I would assume that's what that means. Heavy Strike is what I am very much interested in playing. This would have a 40% chance to double strike between the quality and the base skill gem, and it has a huge amount of base scaling at 195%. Dual Strike is about the same, but I think I'm more interested in Heavy Strike. Leveling at the moment, use totems combined with Heavy Strike and Cleave, and then switch to Bone Shatter. And I have a feeling you could probably use almost the two skills interchangeably. I am planning on making, I think I'm planning on doing the Marauder, using an armor stacking Juggernaut with Replica Dreamfeather or a two-handed axe with weapon swap, depending on how it goes, and I think that's what I'm potentially going to do. Make a very, very tanky character that can still output a ton of damage, and make that work. And so I've basically ruled out the Ranger. If I find that the Templar's Righteous Fire is okay shape, then I'll reconsider. Also, once we see the Transfigured gems, this could also change. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to my desktop here. So this is saved for now, and I will revisit this again once we see the Transfigured skills. I think that'll be it for this video. Curious what other people's thoughts are, what people's thoughts are about what I was thinking about even. So please feel free to comment and provide any feedback. Thanks for watching.